Next up is for Madison.
That's me, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me.
If you could draw the humanitarian plus symbol, like the Red Cross, just as a nod to Medic's class emblem. Oh, you may not be able to talk, but he can still move. Perfect.
Wanna go see what's outside? Robin Atkin Downs left a gift for me. The Medic posters are in. What do you think? Yeah, no, I want to go to sleep too. Okay, yeah, sorry. We are at the 500 sub mark, and just like I promised about a year ago, I've got a surprise in store for you. We got a Discord server. It's called Flint's Fortress. We do cool stuff in there. We've got somewhat intelligent people in there.
Balls. And there's a hard unique like figurine for like $55 and borrow some money.
No, you can't, sorry.
I'm going to Captain Crunch your nuts.
We do events, we do SFM stuff. You get to see previews of videos and all the ins and outs that are going on in there. We've got a summer movie marathon coming up so that you can watch videos with the rest of the crew that's here. Join now, and yeah. First question comes from errorchamp the Trollmeister. He asks, what got you into SFM and SFM Animations? I have a very interesting history with both SFM and TF2, but to keep it brief, I knew about TF2 when I was around the age of 12 years old. I saw Meet the Medic, and that was my first encounter with TF2. I didn't grow up with a lot of computers, I didn't have a lot of time spent on the internet, so I wasn't able to be surrounded by the Team Fortress 2 culture. However, I did see Gmod and Source Filmmaker videos that would pop up in the times I was on the internet, and I fell in love with them. But my young self didn't put two and two together that Team Fortress 2 was a game, or that the exact same characters were popping up in completely different videos. I've always been a huge fan of doing artistic things, whether it be the physical art using pencils, paint, love doing that sort of thing. Once I got my own PC, I really started diving into the realm of digital art. Then, that's how we got closer and closer into SFM. There's a lot more details and a lot of other things that led up to it, but those are the primary reasons that I've gone into SFM and animating. Second question is from Chin. Have you ever tried learning another 3D program? Examples being Blender, Cinema 4D, etc. During my first year of college, I decided to take some 3D art classes. I wanted to go down the realm of animation. In order for us to learn some of those basic 3D elements, we had to learn Blender. However, it was only for about 2 weeks and my professor wasn't one to really linger on the digital arts that much, so I didn't get that much exposure to Blender. Then of course, after I had finished my first year, I decided to take a break, and that's where I'm currently at right now, and I am in the process of relearning Blender. My most recent fully finished project was seen in the Fortress Wave video with Tron. Other than that, I have not tried to experiment with any other animating programs. I haven't animated in Blender. I've only modeled in Blender. But I hope to potentially use that to my advantage and do some much larger scale projects and, I don't know, maybe make models from the ground up. Del Coniger asks, when will I be in every one of your videos and why is it now? Hop into the general VC channel. We're always there all the time. It's almost never quiet in there. And then maybe you'll be in one of the videos. Scyther asks, will you ever make a best of video? I think it would be fun. I personally think it would be fun too. However, at this point, with the small audience that I do have, as well as the very limited projects that I currently have under my belt, I don't think a best of video would be very long, or what I have right now wouldn't merit a best of video. Hopefully when we reach 1,000 subscribers, I'd be able to have a bit more under my belt, and I'll do a best of and we can really see the progress that I've gone through over the last few years. InFlight asks, what is it like building and maintaining a community, both with your channel and with its associated Discord channel? Honestly, it can be stressful at times. There are definitely days when I'm either at work or I went to bed and I think a lot about the future, how I'm maintaining this community and the friends that I've gained along the way. It can definitely be stressful at times. It's no easy feat. I can't even imagine how larger communities are handled, let alone, you know, the small space that I have of maybe 80 members in my Discord server and 500 people just on my YouTube channel. It can be a lot to juggle all at once, especially trying to keep the community involved. However, I think I've done pretty well in my Discord server, especially with the art contests we've done and with the summer movie marathon coming up. InFlight asks again, if you could be a merc for a day, who would you be and what would you wreak? If I could be a merc for a day, there's no bias in this whatsoever, but I'd definitely like to be Medic. One of the main things that intrigue me is the self-healing aspect. I'd like to know how that would feel. The only thing that I wouldn't like about being Medic for a day is definitely the amount of people you'd have to carry. As far as another merc I would choose, it would likely be Scout. I like the idea of a double jump and the amount of speed that he has, and I used to be an avid sports player when I was younger, specifically volleyball, and having a double jump in that sport would have been very helpful. Big Meme asks, are there any games you plan on playing? I'm not one to really spend a lot of time or money on a lot of games. If I have a certain game I like, I'll probably play it until I'm absolutely sick of it. A couple of games that I love to play besides Team Fortress 2 includes Risk of Rain, Gary's mod from time to time, and although I haven't touched it in a while, I really enjoyed Deep Rock Galactic. Those are the ones that are mostly on my radar. If Team Fortress 2 Source 2 comes out anytime soon, I'd really like to take a hand at that. I really hope to eventually play Half-Life Alaxe as well. Unfortunately, the living situation I'm in, I don't have the space nor the money in order to get a VR headset, but I do hope to end up working with the Source 2 engine at some point. InFlight asks, what is your favorite Medic cosmetic? Yeah, it's the Flatliner. It's absolutely one of my favorites. I think it's very well designed. It fits within the TF2 universe. There's a lot that's going for it. It's beautiful. It's moving. There are very few cosmetics that have moving aspects. Yeah, no, that's definitely my only favorite TF2 cosmetic. Anyway, moving on. Now that the Q&A portion is over, I wanted to level with you. And I don't want this to be sappy in any way. I'll save that for when I'm more towards like 1,000 subscribers. I really do want to thank you all for helping me reach the 500 subscriber mark. I woke up June 1st to 500 subscribers. Literally hitting the goal of 500 subscribers by June that I've been announcing a couple of times. It's definitely a different feeling knowing that at least 500 people are interested in seeing my work. That's more than my graduating class from high school. Next thing I wanted to do was ramble off all the big thanks that I had. The biggest thanks and first thanks that I wanted to give was to Azule. He's helped a lot, from making things for me to teaching me new things. He's been very prevalent on the channel, whether or not a lot of people realize it. He has been a huge help in a lot of the things that I've chosen to do for this channel, and gotten me into modeling in Blender, especially as a big one, and I think that's going to be one of the biggest things that's going to help me continue this YouTube journey. My second thanks goes out to Hellhounds. Hellhounds04, as some people might know him, he is a very talented individual. He has been extremely helpful in teaching me tips and tricks with Source Filmmaker, especially in the animating realm. If Lazy Purple has taught anyone anything, It's that Source Filmmaker is one hell of a beast. And Hellhounds has really helped to encourage me in many ways to continue to keep going. He's been an inspiration, and I can't wait to be there to see the success he gains in his future. My next thanks goes out to everyone who's supported me, from the encouraging comments just to watching my videos. While it's a small thing and our community is very small, it's a community nonetheless. Another thanks goes out to Alaxe, who has allowed me to work with a couple of his work-in-progress models, and he's helping to make a model for me as well. He's a very big inspiration when it comes to doing TF2 modeling stuff and my adventure to learn it. He's absolutely amazing at what he does. My very last thanks goes out to Robin Atkin Downs, Medic himself. For one, doing the Streamily signings and just being a very integral part of the Team Fortress 2 community, and doing his part to save TF2. Once again, thank you for the 500 subscribers, and I'll see y'all around.